Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got a couple things we want to talk about. And let me say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. You guys know we didn't record yesterday, but happy Mother's Day to everybody. All the mothers, and of course, my mother as well. So, look, man, we want to talk about a couple of things. We want to talk about USC. Should they just completely stop the transfer portal, looking in the transfer portal? And here's the reason why. You guys know we struck out several times. And as I stated before, we talked about this. I told you guys the process. I told you that USC is not going to go after these guys that are asking for astronomical numbers. We talked about that. And, several guys, whether it's Low from that committed to Texas, he flipped, was at Oklahoma, then flipped to Texas, or whether it's Dominic Williams going to Oklahoma, whether it's Harmon, out of nowhere comes Oregon. Listen, USC has several opportunities. They could have got those guys, but they chose not to, and we talked about why. And so at this point, you just gotta wonder, and those guys are in high demand. Those interior guys, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. You see, USC has no problem, of course, getting a Florida State guy, the DB, as well as the wide receiver, Jay Fair from Auburn. USC has no problem. We got other guys as well. Of course, some of the other, the Ramsey, Oregon State transfers. We got multiple guys that came from each side of the ball. Of course, Jaquavius Marks as well for Mississippi State, as well as Nicholson. USC has a couple of guys, and I like the pieces that they brought on. However, there's still a little missing piece that we wanted to add on, which was the interior guys, the D tackle and nose tackle. So at this point, my question to you guys is, USC right now with the roster the way it's constructed right now, if we go with what we have right now, and let me say this, I did bring a guy up, did a video about him over the weekend. His name is Gavin Morris. He comes from Wyoming. It's possibly a good chance that we can get him. But and he has production. He played with Solomon Byrd. He played with Emmanuel Pragnov. You guys hadn't watched that video, go check it out. But he is a grad transfer, and so he's looking to capitalize on it as well. Possibly the NIL aspect and maybe some of the development aspect. We'll see how that goes. But USC at this point, there's no guy. There may be one more guy left. His name is Brandon Lane. I talked to you guys about him. He's a big 300-pounder. I did text back and forth with him over the weekend, and he said he's trying to work something out right now with USC. I talked about him on Saturday as well. But if the roster is constructed the way it is right now, I need you guys to jot those comments. You guys tell me, what do you guys think USC will be? What kind of team will they be? Will they stack the box? I think the approach right now is limp. And I talked about this on Saturday when I made my video about a Texas defensive back who just coincidentally, I'm going to pull this up real quick as I'm talking about this, because here it is, Matt Zentz. He put this up yesterday, and I did a video about it. Excuse me. He put this up Saturday, and I did a video about it. And when I did the video, it was cool. Did the transfer portal update, and here it is right here. He says a noteworthy win. He says former Texas cornerback will be going to USC. That was the post that he put up initially. Then he came back. A noteworthy win for Illinois. The 2023 All Big 12 honor mentioned selection had planned to visit USC, which I brought up yesterday. It was a visit for USC. Had planned to visit USC, Michigan, and likely the last other school instead of he committed to Illinois. Now, where Illinois came from, I have absolutely no idea, because last time we checked was Saturday that he was going to get a visit to Michigan first and then USC. So, at this point, that's that little note. At this point, the transfer portal, and I couldn't understand it. I mean, none of us could understand it. Now, I did say that he had great ability as far as his play. The dude is an outstanding. He's a baller, man. I like his film. But why leave Texas as a starter and go to Illinois? I guess unless you're looking for the bag. It's mind-boggling. I mean, I couldn't even really understand why he was in the transfer portal anyway. A lot of people were asking me that, and why would he want to come to USC? Why did he leave Texas? I said I don't know. I have no answer for that. So hey, look, God bless him. He found a home. But at this point, my question to you guys as Trojan fans, where do we go from here? We know that the big bag is not going to be given out. Where do we go? I got something else I want to show you guys as well. I want to take a look at some information that was just put out yesterday as well. But where do we go from here? And I'm comfortable right now, as far as the roster is right now, because I feel like I understand that the boosters and the collectors, they have to be the ones to pull the trigger on this deal right now. But I feel like our coaches right now know what they have to work with. Yes, we lacking Dejan Lafitte. Yes, we lacking some other guys, but I'm comfortable with a guy like Carlon Jones. I think he's going to be a sleeper, just being the fact that he weighs 313 pounds. Do we need somebody? Yes. But are we most likely getting somebody? Right now, it doesn't look like anybody. And if we do get somebody, the guy I did video on, which was Gavin Myers, he's a nose tackle, but he's 285 pounds. That's, Elijah Hughes size. So, you know what I mean? Does he have more experience than Elijah Hughes? He probably does. But, hey, we'll see what happens, man. But I like Elijah Hughes. You guys know I'm big on him. I like all of our guys. I like what Anthony Lucas is doing from what I hear on the inside as well. So it's one of those things, man. We just have to see how this thing is going to work out and see how this thing move and groove, man. But I want to take a look at something, man. This is coming from a Super West Coast Sports, and they put this out, and it's what it is from the 2000. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay, it's the final tally from the 2000s. The wins from 2011 to 2003. And I'm going to read you these. I meant to have this up for you guys, but I'm going to read these to you. This is very, very, this is telling where USC is and how effective they were, even though that USC did not have, they had the sanctions. You guys know for the great part of half of this 2011 to 2023, USC had big time sanctions. And they were essentially lost in the sauce with some of the recruiting that was taken away. But look, scholarships wise. And so Oregon leads with 125. Washington has 110. These are wins now. Total win total since 2011 to 2023. Washington has 110. USC has 106. Utah has 104. 99 for Stanford. UCLA has, this thing is cutting off on me. UCLA has 88. Arizona State, 83. Washington State has 79. 72 for Arizona. 65 for Cal. 65 for Oregon State. And then Colorado has 52. But the top three, you see it here. Oregon with 125. Washington with 110. And 106 wins for USC. Now, from 2011 to 2023, you guys got to know that those sanctions were playing big parts. And for USC to be pulling away from Washington like that, well, not pulling away, but to be in the mix with Washington and Oregon, two teams that had everything fully staffed, fully on go mode. I mean, that's saying a whole lot to be able to maintain your wins, even though you were sanctioned. And don't forget, in the 2000s, USC, you got to remember, no national championships for Oregon, no national championships for even Washington. For the 2000s, USC had 2 national championships, had 4 Heismans, right? Of course, Caleb Williams, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, right? And Carson Palmer. Right, we know that since the 2000s we had those 4 Heismans, 8 conference championships. So USC has been very, very productive in the 2000s, and you guys see just coming in third with the win total. So you guys can drop those comments, and you guys can tell me what you think. You would think that Oregon would be able to move at least to the, they did make it to the playoffs, but at least at least win a national championship. Washington could have at least won a national championship, but USC that whole time, and now they're coming off and really trying to build up from where they lacked that they lost. And so you guys can drop those comments, man. You guys can tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me, man. That's all I got for you guys today. But that is an incredible stat by Super West Coast Sports. I thought it was incredible. So hit me in the comments, man. You guys tell me what you think. And should USC stop looking in the transfer portal? Should we just shut it down and just focus on what we have? You guys know we got other guys coming in. Carlon Jones is coming. Makai Sayana. We have the I can't even pronounce his last name. The other defensive tackle, I don't want to say his name the wrong way. But you guys know he's from Northern California. And so we got guys coming in, man. So look, man, I'm to the point now where it's just like work with what we got, because I understand that the collective is focusing more so on the high school recruiting, and they're going to capitalize on that. Justice Terry, those big-time guys, Julian Lewis, make sure we secure the bag for these guys, and Elijah Griffin, all these other guys, man. So drop the comments. You guys tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, I'm out of here until later on. Listen, everybody stay blessed. Don't forget, make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen until later on. Fight on, fight on, fight on.